Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've done this kind of thing. I'll be doing videos more on a regular basis from now on. These videos probably post up. I'm gonna try at least once a week. I'm gonna try that. I'm not guaranteeing anything right now at this point, so we'll just have to see what happens. So I'm just starting off with a collection video of my Blu-rays, and so this video will be loaded up both on Facebook and YouTube. This will be the only video I'll be posting up on both of those. From here on out, it's just strictly YouTube. So let's get going. First up, I have Final Fantasy Advent Children. Well, Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children. The picture quality on this Blu-ray is just amazing, and it's quite different from DVD, and it took me a while to actually get my hands on it. Next up is a movie that most people are, not most people, a lot of people consider questionable, and some people just don't like it, especially comic book fans, but it's Daredevil. Now, I don't mind Daredevil, and the director's cut is quite different from the original theatrical version. So, yeah, I like it. I don't mind it. Now, this next one, I have to admit, it is not that great, but it's Elektra. Now, this is supposed to be a sequel to Daredevil. Hardly feels like a sequel to me. It almost feels like it's a standalone thing. Now this movie I got from my stepdad. Now this is a good movie. I just don't really care much for the ending, but it's the A-Team. Now, I haven't watched this a long time. Like I said before, really like the movie, but the ending, just, I don't really care much for it. It almost makes all their, what they go through, almost pointless. And next up I have is Lord of the Rings Trilogy Extended Edition on Blu-ray. This has all three movies, and my favorite extended edition is probably the Two Towers, because I don't know, for some reason I really like that scene with Boromir that they added. But I don't know, maybe I'm weird or whatever. If anyone else feels the same way, just comment below, let me know. By the way, this video probably split into two videos, actually. At least that's how it was when I first got started with these. So, just keep going. So next up I have is Star Wars The Complete Saga. Now, I like all 6 movies, and I have to, yes, I will admit, there are some things about the prequels that are bad. Like the thing that I don't like about the prequels is the romance between Anakin and Padme. I mean, that was just, that's really cheesy and terrible. I have to say that for sure. But I don't really mind the kid Anakin in the first one, and like most people, I don't like Jar Jar either, but I also don't really hate him. I mean, he hasn't really made me hate him. It takes a lot for me to actually hate a character. Now, if you want to know a character that I absolutely hate, watch the movie Bruno. I hate that character. I refuse to buy that movie. just me mentioning it right now is be the last time I'll ever mention it. But yeah, we'll just end it. We'll just leave it at that. Now, next up is Underworld trilogy. Now, I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Maybe might be Rise of the Lycans. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided. Maybe I'll have to sit down and watch them again and see how I feel about each one. But these movies I always watch in chronological order. I never watch movies as they are released when it's a series, unless if it's released chronologically. But you know, with movies these days, there's always like prequels, sequels, and a prequel to a prequel. It's just never-ending process. So I always try to watch things in chronological order, just so things make sense to me. Now, next up I have, this is probably my least favorite of this series, but it's Underworld Awakening. Now, there are some things about this I do like, and a lot of people seem to not like this movie. Or am I thinking of a different movie? Either way, this is not very popular amongst people. Not as much as the first three. So, there's that. And next up I have is I Am Legend. Now, this is the first Blu-ray I have ever seen in my whole life. When they started releasing Blu-rays. And the color, my phone's talking. The colors were just really clear, and I really saw how good Blu-ray can be. Now, that was probably what? Like, that was 7 years ago. So, it's been a while. And since then, I don't really notice it that much as I used to. Unless if I watch it from DVD, then Blu-ray. Otherwise, I really don't notice it that whole lot. Now, next up I have... Now, I almost forgot I had this movie in my collection. I don't know what that says about me. If I mean, it's not that I don't like this movie. I mean, I really do like it. But it's the Da Vinci Code. The extended... What is it? Yeah, extended cut. Now, yeah, I really like this movie, and I respect Tom Hanks. He's not my favorite actor, honestly, I don't think I have a favorite actor, but Tom Hanks is pretty good in this movie, and I can't remember what that chick's name. Yeah, I don't really know her name. Now, next up I have is Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, a lot of people probably don't even would never watch this movie because Kristen Stewart's in it. But honestly, I really don't mind her. But like a lot of people would probably say the best parts of this is Chris Hemsworth and Charlize Theron. Now, I probably have to agree to that because, well, Chris Hemsworth is Thor and doing other things. And, well, I just find this movie pretty enjoyable. And I saw it in theaters and I liked it. It was one of the last movies I saw in college, I believe. Now, and here's a 3D transfer. This was pretty good in 3D. I was kind of surprised when I first saw it in 3D. but it's Titanic. Now, James Cameron, he knows how to make good quality movies. Even back in with the Terminator, which I really enjoyed. Uh, he sure knows how to make movies good. Now, granted, the Terminator is pretty dated on some parts, but Titanic, though, still holds up. I mean, wow, just good. And that's like a 17-year-old movie right there. Now, this movie I bought while I was over in this is it's not one movie, it's a series of movies. Now, I bought this when I was in London 3 years ago. I pretty much keep it in plastic just to protect the case, because I don't know, I guess I'm weird and I'm a crazy collector like that. But it's Harry Potter years 1 through 7 part 1, so that means I don't have all 8 movies in this set. Now, Harry Potter is not much of a thing anymore these days. I mean, I respect Harry Potter, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, speaking of Harry Potter, I also did buy this. I made an unboxing video for it, but it is huge. It is huge. It's crazy. It's my Harry Potter Wizards collection. Alright, that's enough of that. And whew, that's kind of heavy. No, I bought I did make an unboxing video. I'll probably leave that up, but chances are I might delete several of my videos, because some of them are just not that good anymore, and I've been told that by some people who have seen them. So this is probably gonna be like a fresh start. But I really like that Wizards collection. I've watched almost every disc that's in that set. I just need to watch the last movie and a couple special features, and I've seen everything in that set. And the only issue I had was a 3D version of Deathly Hallows Part 1. If anyone else has had that issue with 3D version for Deathly Hallows Part 1, just comment and let me know, alright? So I know it's just not me. Or I know it's not just me. You know what I mean. I hope. Now, next up, now I already showed you the extended version of this. I thought this would be significantly different with like special features, which is the only reason why I bought this. But I got Fellowship of the Ring theatrical edition, Two Towers theatrical edition, and Return of the King. Now, I'm not even sure if I'll keep those movies, but we'll see. See what happens. Now, here's one of my favorite movie collections. I really liked these when I was growing up. Oh yeah, I also like Star Wars, but I think I might have enjoyed these more. Let's see here. Let me think here. I don't know, but it's Indiana Jones: The Complete Adventures on Blu-ray. It has all 4 movies. Now, a lot of people don't like the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, I don't mind it. Yes, it is different from the others, but then again, so is Temple of Doom. Uh, yeah, I think you know where I'm getting with that. But my favorite is probably Last Crusade, which that seems to be a lot of people's favorites. So anyone who has a favorite that's not Last Crusade is probably, well, I'm not sure how I would define them, but they obviously have a different respect for movies. Not that I'm saying that's a bad thing. In fact, that's a pretty good thing because they are able to see movies in different ways. Next up is The Breakfast Club. Okay movie. A little strange at times, but it's also very good at times. And it's not really a life I would have had myself. But if I had to compare myself to anyone, I can't remember these characters' names, but I'd probably be him. Now that's Emilio Estevez, but I can't remember the name of his character. Yeah, I can't remember the name of his character. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Now, next up I have is the Dark Knight trilogy. This is probably the best Batman set to ever be made. I mean, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, and the rest of the cast and crew, which it would take me way too long to try and name them all. But they did a great job with these movies. I mean, I think I might like Batman Begins, which I've only probably noticed that only one person probably shares that opinion, for be their favorite. The one person that probably that shares that opinion with me is John Flickster. He's a great YouTuber. If you don't know about him, I'll probably post a link down below. He makes really good videos, and he has good respect for movies. And he also has a pretty good outlook on life too. Although he says he doesn't really think so. But Dark Knight trilogy, I enjoy all three of them. Awesome. And I mean, come on. I mean, if anyone could really think of anything that's bad about this, then they're... Well, let's just say I don't think they can really have a really good time. And... which I guess is unfortunate. Oh, by the way, speaking of other YouTubers and stuff, I apologize about my lighting. I'm gonna try to get some better lighting, but right now we're just gonna have to settle with this. I am trying to get better lights for these videos. It's just really hard right now. I'm sure you can understand. Oh, also, for the Dark Knight trilogy, I have this awesome, amazing, ultimate collector's edition. Yeah, it's numbered. Number 49. Yeah, See, see it? Yeah. So, awesome set. I'm pretty proud of it. I like it, but I don't really care much for like the menu for Batman Begins, because I don't think there really is a menu for Batman Begins, which kind of sucks. Which I mean, I'm not. I don't really don't like. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I like to see the menus before I watch a movie, because you know, if I'm going to watch like special features, which I do, I am interested in those things. But anyways, moving on. Next up I have is Jaws. Now this is probably the only Jaws movie I'll ever have in my collection. I don't think I'll be getting the others. Yeah, I just don't. I have no desire to get the others, but Jaws, it looks really good on Blu-ray, considering how old it is. Or did I watch the DVD? I can't remember. But anyways, like I said before, I'm just gonna keep moving on. Now this is also these movies serve as good motivator. If you, I mean, come on, Rocky, the Undisputed Collection. Now, my least favorite is probably Rocky 5. I just don't really like that Tommy guy that Rocky fights. He's just a loser. I mean, come on. And I'm not really sure though which one's my favorite. Honestly, I don't think I can pick a favorite. But it's a great series. It really shows what this country is about, in my opinion. Or what this country should be about. Which is opportunity and trying to pursue your dreams and your goals. It's probably the same thing, but whatever. What I just said about the dreams and goals, that could probably be said for about many countries, not just one where I'm living. And next up is another 3D transfer. Is Top Gun. Now, they were going to make a sequel to Top Gun, but I think it was, I think the director, Tony Scott, that's who it is here, died, and the whole thing of a sequel died with him. But honestly, I don't think this movie needs a sequel anyways. I just don't really see a point for it. But it's a good movie, good 80s fun. Yeah. Now, everyone who has ever grown up in the 90s will definitely love this movie. It is Jurassic Park. Now, the 3D again. If I recall, it was really good at times, and at other times it was mediocre. But the movie itself, it is awesome. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a great movie. And next I have Lost World. Not as good, but I still like it. And Jurassic Park 3. Now this one, a lot of people don't like. Um, Whether if it's the acting or the script, I don't really know. But I mean, I gotta admit that probably the new dinosaur in this movie. What the heck is it called? Doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it's a little over the top. I know I don't have the movie over the top. Next up, I have is the Bourne trilogy. Great series. I've heard that they don't really follow the books, which I haven't read the books, so I can't say for sure myself. But maybe someday I'll read them, whatever. Honestly, I don't know how long it would take. But I think the Bourne Identity might be my favorite of the series. Maybe. I don't know. But good movies. Good quality fun. And pretty good story. Maybe I'll start making better reviews in the near future. Now I have Batman Dark Knight Returns. Now this is what got Batman to what he is, to how he's been for the last 25 years. Or, wait a minute. Or is it like 28 years? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Either way, this is what motivated for 1989 Batman to be made the way it was. At the time, Dark Knight Returns was just a comic. And I have the deluxe edition though, but just so you know. Which is makes it a lot better to watch without having to split the movie, which I hated, and I would never buy Dark Knight Returns until they combined it into one movie. It's just the way I am. I didn't see any need for it to be two movies. Next is Kick-Ass. Only seen this movie once. Can't really think of anything to say about it right now. But I think the best character of this movie is probably Hit Girl. That's about the only thing I can really say right now. And I don't have Kick-Ass 2, but I plan on getting them. Now next is Man of Steel 3D. And I guess they're going to be trying to... I guess DC's going to try do what Marvel's doing by creating a cinematic universe. Now, honestly, I don't know what to expect with that. I don't think it's going to be as good as the Marvel movies. But I'm hoping it's good. I want it to be good because that would just be awesome. It'd be just awesome. Now, here's another movie. I never thought I would get this on Blu-ray because I just didn't see the point of getting it on Blu-ray. But it's Naruto Shippuden, the movie Blood Prison. It is the 5th Shippuden movie. 8th movie overall. It's a pretty good series. Not the best by any means. But this movie, if I recall correctly, it's one of the better movies. But it's not the best. Oh yeah, go back to Man of Steel. almost forgot. I picked this up, this S Shield thing. Now I keep it. I haven't opened it yet. I guess I'm just trying to collect it because it is awesome. And it's everything it comes with. It's just like just a badass set. Awesome set. Next is the Hunger Games. Now, I like stories where a rebellion tries to overthrow a corrupt government. Which let's see here. What do I know that's like that? Star Wars is like that. So, to be all in all honesty, this is the first thing like Star Wars in a long time. But I like the books, and I like the movies. And I'm really hoping the last two movies are really good. And I just hope that Katniss doesn't disappoint me in the movies, because she kind of disappointed me in the books, and I'm really hoping that she's better in these last two movies. Next is Catching Fire. Now, I really like this movie. I guess I have a love-hate relationship. Maybe. No, I don't think that's right. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk more depth someday about these movies. Maybe when Mockingjay Part 1 hits theaters, maybe I'll talk more depth about them. But for now, just leave it at that. Next is The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. Now, a lot of people said this movie starts slow. I could understand why people would say that. But in my opinion, this movie has a very good pace all the way through. Doesn't need a rush. And I might get the extended edition someday, but for now, I don't see the need for the extended edition, because it's just one book, but now it's going to be 3 movies. So the 3 theatrical movies should be enough. And unless if they do something spectacular with the extended editions, I just don't see the need for them. But I'll probably get them once all 3 are out. Next is The Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug. I don't know if I said that right, but I don't care if anyone's being overly technical or whatever. But yeah, it's another good movie. I plan on getting the first one in 3D, just like I have with this one. Which this one I had, I think it was a Walmart exclusive. It was. I really wanted the book more than I wanted the 3D thing. Sorry. Next is Divergent. Now, I went into this movie worried about what it'd be like. I thought maybe it'd be like another thing like Twilight, which would be just shit. Or it could have been a good movie. And, well, while not a perfect movie, and not the best movie in the world, by any means, by any sense of the word or phrase, but I actually kind of enjoy this movie. And Triss, I gotta say, I respect Triss like hell. I mean, any chick who could go from like a s- small area to being someone who you don't take lightly, you gotta respect that. Next is the Amazing Spider-Man 3D. I like the Amazing Spider-Man. I like it better than the Sam Raimi ones, but that might be my opinion. Now, the thing that I like about the Amazing Spider-Man better is over the Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is I just like Gwen Stacy better than Mary Jane. She is a better character than Mary Jane was. I mean, I don't remember Mary Jane actually being useful or helpful in any way. Now, I'm not trying to shit on Mary Jane, but I just haven't been that impressed with her character. She seems much more of a damsel in distress than anything. But Gwen Stacy, I have quite a bit of respect for her. That's probably the thing I like most about the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh yeah, I also like the fact that it showed Peter's parents. That's never really been done before that I've seen. And I don't really read the comics, so again, no one judge me. Now this movie is another movie that gets shit on, but I liked it, to be honest. I really liked it. And it's really unfortunate what happened in the end. And it's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, I gotta say one thing real quick. I gotta agree, they should I gotta say this flat out. They should have not had the thing with the rhino at the end of the movie. They should have stopped with Peter dealing with the events that happened with the Green Goblin. They should just left it at that and lead into a third movie and have Peter deal with that. That would have been an awesome ending. It would be a good way to start the third movie. But I'm not sure if there will be a third movie because a lot of people don't seem to like the second one. I am hoping there's a third one. And I'm hoping it's good. And I enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I enjoy them both. Now, these movies I haven't seen yet. But I'm going to try and get to watch them as soon as I can. But, yeah, it's an awesome set, too. It's a Star Trek, the Compendium? I don't know. But it has Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. I haven't seen either movie yet. I'll be watching them as soon as I get a chance. Right now I have a lot of other things I haven't seen that I want to try to get to first. But for now I don't really have anything to say about them. Except that I heard that they're good, so I decided what the heck. Now next is Iron Man. Now this is a make it or break it deal for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it made it. A lot of people love this movie. I didn't really care much for it at first when I first heard about it, but once I saw it I thought, hey, this is actually a good movie. It's pretty cool. I really like Iron Man. Next is the Incredible Hulk. I like the Incredible Hulk too. Let's see here. Although not a lot of things are too memorable for me, I guess, but not by any means is it bad. I really like it. Probably watch it again someday in the future. Now, got Iron Man 2. A lot of people don't like this movie. I honestly don't really know why. I mean, come on, Black Widow's in it. How can you not like this movie, Black Widow? Well, except for the fact that it's called Iron Man 2. But this is just one part of a bigger thing. And, well, I just gotta say, I like Iron Man 2. Thor. Now, like Iron Man, I didn't know what to expect with Thor. But I like Thor. Thor is awesome. Just like Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. They're all awesome. And I really enjoy what they did with that, with Loki and all of his friends and stuff. Just great movie. And another great movie is Captain America: The First Avenger. Now this movie definitely takes you back to the 40s. And I don't know, I guess there's some part about me that really likes period pieces, stuff that takes place in a specific time in the past. Now, it is unfortunate though about what happens in the end, but I guess it just couldn't be helped. But I'm looking forward to the Agent Carter series because Peggy Carter in this movie, I really liked her, and I really liked Captain America. I like everyone in this movie. Now, next is, bam, you guessed it. Maybe, maybe not, but it's the Avengers. It's awesome. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you got Iron Man, you got Thor, you got Captain America, you got the Hulk, and Black Widow, and you got all those characters. And oh yeah, and Nick Fury. Who can forget about Nick Fury? Nick Fury is awesome too. These Marvel movies are just awesome, in my opinion. Now, this is probably, in my opinion, the weakest Marvel movie in the series, but I still like it. It is Iron Man 3. Now, I'm going to say something about the Mandarin. I'm not sure if everyone's seen the Marvel one-shot, All Hail the King, but there is a thing where the real Mandarin wasn't in the movie at all. It was just some fake who stole the Mandarin's name. So maybe we'll see the real Mandarin, and more people will probably respect Iron Man 3 as a result. But all things though considered, Robert Downey Jr., I hear that after this next Avengers movie, he's done playing Iron Man. Unless if he changes his mind. But I would like to see at least one more Iron Man movie with the real Mandarin. Thor: The Dark World. I like this movie. I I have a lot more respect for it than I do with Iron Man 3. And I'm looking forward to seeing Thor again. I mean, Thor is just awesome. Excuse me. Okay, now, next up is, I'm almost done here. I have Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now, this is one of the cases that was exclusive at Walmart. I got the one with Black Widow because, I mean, come on. Scarlett Johansson? Do I have to say anything else besides that? I mean, she and Captain America are have such a good connection in these movies. I really like those two. I like how they use like how she uses psychology of how people are. It's just, I mean, it's just, yeah. I'll go in more depth about it, but for now I'll just leave it right there. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl. I like the Pirates of the Caribbean series. It's one of the best series I have. I just bought it on Blu-ray yet, so I haven't opened it. So I had it on DVD until recently. I got rid of the DVD. I gave it to my brother. Now I also have Dead Man's Chest and At World's End. I'm hoping I'll be able to watch those sometime in the near future, but right now I just don't feel the mood to watch it. Now, I also got Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I've only seen this movie once. I would probably watch it again, hopefully in sometime in the near future. Sometime. I don't know when, but I will watch it eventually again, along with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Now, this movie, I didn't really understand it, probably because I was probably tired when I was watching it. So, and it's probably one of those movies that I'll have to watch multiple times to actually get it. Well, I guess, yeah. But it's American Hustle. Now, I know this is a good movie, and it would take me about at least a couple viewings to really understand it, or at least one viewing where I'm not half asleep when I'm watching it. But now that I know the story of American Hustle, I need to watch it at least one more time to actually understand it. The Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I will be watching it sometime in the near future. Maybe in a week, but it won't be this week. Or not until the weekend anyways, because I'm so busy with work. I work a lot. I work 2 jobs. And this will wrap up my Blu-rays. Oh wait a minute, I lied. There's one more Blu-ray after this one. But it's Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Now, I really like this movie. I just got done watching the extended edition not too long ago, and I gotta say, the extended edition It's not that big of a deal. You can almost just get by with just watching the original theatrical version. But it's a good movie. And I only recommend you watch it if you know the story of Dragon Ball Z. And if you don't know the story of that series, then don't watch the movie because you will be lost. I guarantee it. And anyways, my last Blu-ray I have. It's the OVA collection with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I really love the anime. I will get into it in more depth someday. I'll probably talk about the series as a whole. Probably take me about 2 or 3 videos to talk about the whole series. Maybe more. I really don't know. But this is my favorite series. Favorite anime series. And probably favorite series overall. It's just great. Anyways, I'm just gonna end it right there. If you like this video, just hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments or questions, just comment below, and I'll see you again later. Bye.